Deadly mass shooting at an LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado. Developing now, new details just released after a deadly mass shooting at an LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado. Police finished a news conference moments ago where they identified the suspect who is now in custody. At least 5 people were killed, another 18 were injured. The shooting happened just before midnight at Club Q in Colorado Springs. They say 2 people inside the club fought to stop the carnage.
Initial evidence and interviews indicate that the suspect entered Club Q and immediately began shooting at people inside as he moved further into the club. While the suspect was inside of the club, at least 2 heroic people inside the club confronted and fought with the suspect and were able to stop the suspect from continuing to kill and harm others. We owe them a great debt of thanks.
CNN's Nadia Romero is following all the latest developments. All right, what more are police saying at this point?
Well, Paula, we learned so much in that press conference, but still so many unanswered questions. So let's start first with the victims. We know that at this point, there are 5 people who were killed, 18 others injured, but that number could change, could fluctuate over the rest of today and over the next couple of days. We know that so many people are still within the ICUs. 3 different hospitals right now are treating some of those patients, have treated some and released them. Others still remain in the ICU with critical injuries. And we know that they were transported by ambulance, by police patrol cars, and some people self-transported. They took themselves to the hospital. So that's why that number has fluctuated in the overnight morning hours and could change throughout the day. Now, family members are still being notified about those who have been impacted, those injured and those killed. That happens first before their names will be released to the public. So we do not know the names of any of the victims at this point. Now let's talk about the suspect. His name was released at this press conference, 22-year-old Anderson Lee Ulrich. That's who police say is the suspect. And witnesses say that he entered that nightclub, Club Q, in Colorado Springs, and immediately opened fire. And that's when we learned, as you just heard, that at least 2 people inside of the club were able to tackle him, disarm him before police arrived to stop the shooting from happening before more people were injured. Now, we're still trying to figure out that suspect's motive. We asked the police, different media people asked the police during that press conference, what was the motive? If you look at the statement that was released by Club Q on their Facebook page, very clearly, they believe that they were targeted because this is an LGBTQ community, a nightclub. They were supposed to be celebrating today, Transgender Remembrance Day, having a drag show as well. That's not happening, that celebration. Instead, in a process of mourning right now. And they also called this a hate attack. So I want you to hear from the district attorney of this area as he explains and answers the question, will this be treated as a hate crime or investigated as a hate crime? Take a listen.
This will be investigated and is being investigated in that lens, but I can tell you that the current bias-motivated crime statute in the state of Colorado provides some elevation, but will not elevate beyond what will likely be charges in this case, which will likely include first-degree murder, extreme indifference murder, those types of charges, which are all class 1 felony murder charges. So the bias-motivated crime statute doesn't really come into play in this case because it doesn't elevate it beyond what we have as the very top level charges.
And Paula, this is something that we see in other cases as well, where a hate crime charge is not as high up as a priority or severity of a charge as, let's say, a first-degree murder charge. And you heard the district attorney there say that may not be included in their charges because there are more severe charges at hand. But it does mean something to the community, to the families, when hate crimes are called hate crimes and investigated as such. But again, that's something that we'll have to wait and see how things play out.
All right, Nadia Romero, thank you so much for that great reporting. And now to give us some more insight, former NYPD detective and law enforcement consultant Tom Verney. All right, Tom, thank you so much for joining us. Police say this was a 22-year-old suspect. He used a long rifle. He continued to move through the club during the shooting. What does that tell you?
Good morning, Paula, and my sincere condolences to the family and friends of those killed. And my thoughts are with those that are injured, hoping that they make a full recovery. Look, it's another sad day in America where we have someone who's clearly troubled, who has access to a firearm, and then goes out and commits heinous acts such as this. This is not uncommon from what we've seen in prior mass shootings. This particular shooting brings up those thoughts of the Pulse nightclub shooting in Florida about 6 years ago. And, we have these individuals, again, with firearms that come in, and for whatever reason, which at this point, the motive is still clearly unknown, that, they go in to commit all kinds of carnage. Thankfully, and we had some club goers that had the mindset and the wherewithal to kind of stop and think about, not think about their own personal safety, and to interrupt this horrific act and take action. And thank God for that, because this could have been a lot worse.
It's incredibly brave. Now, police are crediting those two heroes for fighting the shooter and putting an end to the bloodshed. Is this really what it takes? If you don't want to see this kind of mass carnage, do we now need to rely on civilians to stop this?
You know what? Unfortunately, that's what it comes down to. And in the security world, particularly.
Shalom. Great praise, great glory goes unto the mighty one. As I'm advancing in age, my eyes are starting to failing me. Let's see what's going on here. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Give me a one if you can hear me and see me well. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Beloved, there are so much going on. We can't even keep up, and we'll never be able to keep up. Brethren, we have a wonderful news, and today I was not going to go live. As you know, today is a Shemesh, and as of today, and as is a Sunday, which is the day of this fellow right here, I was going to stand down and enjoy the day studying and then do a couple of stuff, scumbag stuff. However, the brother from Georgia called me today, and give me a second, let me check the website, and he had received a vision, and we will share part of it with the nation. The beloved brother over there. Okay, the brother haven't received. You haven't uploaded yet. What is that? Oh yeah. So you haven't uploaded yet. The information will be on the website under homeworks, and of course we have the 7 waves cleanse. My apology if you hear certain things outside. The windows open and it's raining like hell, and of course 2/3 in the mist, people driving around and all that stuff. So because of the beloved brother, he had this vision, this experience that was live unto him, and then he had called us and delivered the message. Once again, we are messengers, okay? We receive the message, we give it unto the people, and the people do whatever they please with it. They can keep it, they can discard it, but we are not allowed to force anyone to believe or anyone to hear to accept this. If you're not about this stuff, you may want to leave now. Now, what is the message that the brother received? The brother was taken, again, for those of you who are familiar with the previous story, he was taken in this specific place, which is out of time and out of space. Okay, their time and space, it doesn't exist. All right, it is incredibly hard to explain this experience. That's like asking a newborn baby to explain unto you what he or she been witness when she or he was in the back room. They can't. You can only assume. Or a child that cannot work, something happened in the house, and this child was the only witness, and he's seen it, he cannot explain it. He will do his best though, but you're gonna have to take the words from this child, because this thing is incredibly difficult to explain. The brother was taken. Doing his quote unquote taken, he saw a group of us He saw a group of us. He saw all the people. He saw faces, people that he knows that are in the nation. Of course, we'll not say name, but the brother saw people that you know, I know, other people, 83 know they were taken. We were taken, we were putting in a somewhat in a futuristic kind of super train. And this train was traveling so fast. And when he was in this train, he saw people, family members, people he didn't know, but people that he knows, and we were divided into two groups. And there are certain things I will keep out because it's not good to share this with the nation because it's good news for the nation. However, the good news always good when they caught you by surprise, because any good news we tell you right now, certain people can do certain things and they change the outcome. So when we were in this train and we were separated into two groups, and when we get there, there is this that great power was in the midst of us. Okay. Then again, the brother don't refer it as a name, and over here we barely refer to as a name. We refer it as a title. You only refer to this great power as a name when you're in your privacy, when you're in great danger or something. When you're in super great danger or something, you are very serious. You use any of the name, but you give it the title, the mighty one, or the great power. So the great power was in the midst of all that. Okay, when we were taken rounded up, and at the same time there were a massive destruction. There were massive amount of destruction going around. People are being destroyed and people are being moved. And when it was multiple train taking people, and they put them in the super fast train. If you are familiar with the book The Smoky God, Olman Henson described one of those trains. Okay, they run on the ley line. They don't run on the regular train track. Okay, they run on the ley line, so to speak. If you watch there's a reference that I think I can make here. Let me see if I can find a video to show you how. Just a reference, okay. Let me see. Just as a reference, we will show a clip of something that so that people can know. Huh. Hmm. What the? There we go. Whoops. There we go. So we will pray a reference. And we were in this train. Okay. So the train went somewhere, and this great power walk up to us. He says, stop, rest, and be at peace. However, the brother was taken. He saw, quote unquote, the camp. Now, when I say the camp, you know exactly what I mean. He saw those camp's fellows. He told them to stop, rest, and be at peace. And he told the beloved brother to tell them to stop it, get some rest, and be at peace. The brother said, but mighty one, you know some of our people. I really don't want to go ahead and say anything. But then again, we are messengers. We know everybody's watching. A lot of camp brethren are watching. They told them, stop, rest, and be at peace. There are certain other warnings because our people, we are way too proud. It's two things that destroy our people the most: the pride and the ego. We don't be telling me what the spirit tell you and stuff like that. I don't give a crap about this. I know what I'm doing. So when we stopped, and then we stopped to a place, and then we were taken up to another place. And this other place, they had a huge wall of light which extended around the earth. This huge wall of light, which is crystal clear. On the other side, he could see specifically Mr. Gargamel himself. Okay? Gargamel and his crew, they were looking for us. They were in panic. They are looking for us. They don't know where we are. They are looking. We can hear them. We can see them. They cannot hear us. They cannot see us. We are behind a huge wall of light that extended ever so far, that past the firmament, that go past the heavens. And this huge wall blocked us. It separated us between us and them. And they were looking, they were asking for a name, where we at? Like, what the hell? Where are they? And then we were behind this wall. We saw those people. They could not see us. They could not touch us. And they were being destroyed. And the message here for you, will you stop? I don't know what you're doing and stuff. I receive mine. I may not 100% understand it or comprehend it. I receive it. I pray upon it. I will keep on praying again. That's one message that we receive from the beloved brother. Okay, we've been taken. This is not the first time we have messages of our people coming and tell us. It's not like, oh, I see Jesus, I see the blood of Christ. None of this garbage. They are in the midst of a bunch of things, confusion. They don't know what happened. All they can see is a group of people being taken and a group of people being destroyed. So we know, brothers, for a fact, we are going to be removed. When? We don't know. There's another very important thing that was passing on to the brother. It's the time when the brother asked when. They said sooner than you think. We don't have that much. The brother say, I know, brethren, I know we don't have that much. We don't have that much time. It's not like something you have 5-10 years to go. That's me and my own co-opted mind. You don't have 5 to 10 years. Where are we going? I don't know. Some people said Africa. Some people said Haiti. Some people say under the earth. Some say, I don't know. All I know for a fact, we are going to be taken out of here. I don't know how. Will it come from the sky to heaven? I don't know. As long as our people, but of course, just, we know certain people are being taken. And the brother, again, he saw me, he saw a couple other brothers that you are well familiar with. And he saw a couple other brethren that you're well familiar with, that we will leave it right here. We will leave it where it's supposed to be left. Certain people that he saw, he recognized them, and we separated. A group of us are taken, and the other group, something else, they went somewhere else. We don't know. Wherever it is, we won't be here for this holy fumigation. Now, please, beloved, while I am playing this, let me see if I can play this video. I will search for the reference that I was trying to make. What I was trying to make here. Let me see if I can.
Relegated more towards like schools where we teach the run, hide, fight methodology. So if an active gunman, if there's an active shooter that comes in, you would ideally run away from the shooter. You would attempt to hide from the shooter until authorities arrive. But if confronted directly and there's nowhere else to go, then your next best option is to try to fight the shooter, to disarm or disable them temporarily, to interrupt their ability to continue shooting. And that in upon itself may save more injuries and more lives from being lost.
So based on what we know right now, what questions do you still have as a law enforcement expert? What questions would you be asking right now to figure out exactly what happened here and why?
Well, the law enforcement authorities there, I'm sure there are local and potentially state authorities and maybe even the FBI at some point will get involved to find out who this character is. What is his problem? What is that set him?
Okay, I have found the reference. This is just something. This is just
Sitting on. Gus, old chum, let's give a friendly welcome to this new robo.
What did you call me?
A robo, a robot hobo.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Romo.
No offense intended, my filthy friend. In fact, why not join us and ride the space rails?
okay. You see how this train? You see how this train is traveling in space? Okay, this is space. You see how this train is traveling? All right, this is this light.
Get ready. We's gonna jump off at that switching prism up ahead.
We're going nearly the speed of light, so roll when you land.
Okay, they're going at nearly the speed of light, and then the train separated. All right, so let's show it one more time.
Ow.
In fact, why not join
Okay,
us and
watch
ride
this.
the space rails?
All right, you see this train all running on lights. All right, this light has many colors.
Get ready. We's gonna jump off at that switching prism up ahead.
We're going nearly the speed of light, so roll when you land.
All right, so that's a reference. You know how this train is running on light and running super fast, and the people were in there, and then we got taken to another place, and this huge wall of light came in, separated us from the so-called politician. Okay, Mr. Gargamel was there. He was the main guy looking for us. They could not find us. Okay, that's the message that was delivered to us. I will do the best that I can to pray a little because I'm not planning to stay for too long. Beloved, pray on that. If you can fast on it. I myself, and the message was specifically directed to a group of people. The Mighty One tell them to stop it, stop what you are doing, get some rest and be at peace. A long time ago, well, not a long time, I would say 6 months ago, I already told everyone that, brethren, the battle is out of our hand. At this point right now, we are not, at least I am not going to go ahead and risk, quote unquote, my salvation, try to save somebody that don't want to be saved, that they despise the law of the Mighty One. All people want us to say I am saved in the blood of Jesus. I was plunged underwater. I'm saved. So don't come over there and tell me to repent and stuff like that. I said it every day. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. That's on you. Most people they don't want to hear anything about the natural law, the commitment, the covenant that we made with the Mighty One. They don't want to be reminded of that. Oh, we're not living under the law anymore. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. We are into a new covenant. Okay. Yeah. All right, then. If this is what you want to do, that's you. I myself, I will study and approve myself unto the mighty one. So he can look at me and say, well, you did a good job. Or you did a terrible job. Okay, it is done, brethren. At this point right now, you see the sheep, and the brother said when he saw the whole sheep circling the circle for 12 days, he saw that before. And he said that he was like, how the hell did this happen? The next day, he saw the same thing and without even seeing the whole thing, the whole sheep thing, the circling the circle. And we know for a fact that the ringing in the ear or messages that are on another frequency, angelic messages. Okay, all right, angelic messages that we're receiving messages from higher up. Okay, let's just see this. I'll let it go by itself. You know what? Give me a second. All right, there we go. Just I hydrated the holy temple. All right. Now, beloved, because of these great messages that we had received, let us pray. We will pray upon that. We will thank the mighty one. We don't know, beloved. We don't know. We don't know when. At least I don't. Some of you may know. I don't know. I wish I could tell you I know when. But I know for a fact that not only we are very close, we are going to be restored, but we ain't gonna be here. Some of us ain't gonna be here. I myself, I received confirmation that I'm going to be staying at the gate with a sword and then trapping people down. I love this job. Yeah, I love that job. Chopping people down, people that not supposed to get in, I'll chop them down. I don't know how this is going to happen, but yes. But the one that's supposed to be passed, they will pass, and the one that I'll chop them, I'll cut them in half. No. Let us pray. Let us call upon our power. All right. Let's see. Wait. All right. All praise to the Most High. Great glory goes on to the Mighty One. The God that created the heaven, the earth, and everything in them. The horrible and terrible God with his terrifying power. We say thank you. Thank you for the message, and thank you for coming and rescue us. Thank you for restoring us. Thank you for giving us our rightful reparation. And thank you for sending us message to stop, rest, and be at peace. Of course, the nation, indeed, we stopped a long time ago. We rest, and we are at peace. We are not dismayed, nor we are moved. Beloved brothers and sisters, from a brother to another, from a brother to a sister, from a brother, a stranger, from a brother to the public, I myself, I'm not worrying about anything. I really don't care what's going to happen to the others. All I want to know, all I want to see is my people finally get some rest. All I want to see is my people finally sit down and fear none. No one coming battering us. We never did anything to anyone. It's always everyone battering us, mistreating us, and shooting and killing us, murdering us without us doing nothing to them. All I want to see is my people being at peace. All I want to see, I can go anywhere without somebody always trying to send their demon morph after me. All I want for my people is peace. That's all. And we are having this peace. Share this peace with us. Share this peace with me. share this rest with us. We must rest, brethren. Now, many people will assume when they say rest, and then they will just like quit their job and do things and stuff like that, and then they will call, and then that's not what that is. A lot of our people are very proud. Okay, they are very proud. They hear something online, they don't pray upon it, they don't ask the Most High Almighty. Like we told people, see, the Gentiles never provide for you. They can't. It's the other way around. You provide for them. The mighty one give you the power. You walk. Your ancestors walk. Those people, whether they want it or not, they owe you. They must pay you. Whatever piece of bread, piece of butter you put in your house, the mighty one give that to you. Work for this with your own strength. Nobody gives that to you for free. Even if they give it to you for free, that's money that your ancestor worked before. I'm asking my brothers, my sisters, to be humble, man. Pray, thank the mighty one for what you got, and ask him for more knowledge, more wisdom, because that's where you were destroyed. You weren't destroyed for a lack of job or a lack of business, lack of money. You had all of those things. You simply turned your way from the law, you dropped everything, and that's why you are being punished. Long story short, the masters and I and a couple other brethren, a brother in Hawaii, we had formed a plan to literally bring the nation a great amount of substance. And we went before the mighty one, before the spirits, we went and asked for clarification, authorization. We were denied. Why were we denied? The spirit tell us straight up. They say there are some in the midst of us. The Most High God Himself put them in this situation. They cannot get out of it unless they themselves get out. Some of you have seen the pictures of certain things that we have in our possession. One or two brethren have seen the amount of things that we have. We were supposed to go get them, but because we have few people that are way too proud, their egos are freaking out of this world. And their stupidity is above anything you could possibly ever imagine. The mighty one say, no, he ain't gonna get them out. They're gonna stay there. It's either they get it or they perish. So the whole thing was denied. And with humbleness and humility, we step back, we let the project go. We didn't have any authorization. Everything you're going to do in your life, you ask for authorization first. That is why when we asked, we were denied. And we give the mighty one great praise, great glory. But this one, we're going to tell our people to keep on praying. Stop being so proud. Stop being your ego. It doesn't matter. Humbleness and meekness is glory. Stop being this man, this woman that either I don't care, I don't want this, I don't want that. You don't have a choice. When things are given unto you by the Holy One, whether it was good or bad, you take it. You don't talk back to it. You don't know His plan. We say thank you to the mighty one not to giving us unto shame and reproach. And thank you for all those great signs. Thank you for those ships that have been circling this circle for 12 days. Hopefully we had 12 days from now. Hopefully that was a message for 12 days or 12 months. Hopefully from this day forward is a year, 12 months for the 12 zodiac sign for the 12 tribe, and that's it. Beloved, yes, your fast, your prayers are working. The 40-day fast is still working. We must take this kingdom back, and we are taking it back. We ask the nation to keep the nation in prayer. Pray for your beloved brothers. We still have the beloved sister in the hospital. The baby is saved. Everything is done. Please keep the sister in prayer. Now pray for her, because of course once you give birth to a child, this is a high labor thing. This is a big deal. So your body needs strength, need to recover. Pray for the beloved sister so she may recover and perform what she need to perform to guarantee her discharge at the hospital so she can come back home and get the baby and start raising this little prince that we're going to have in our kingdom. Beloved, to all of you that are praying, you may like or not like me. That's not about me. I don't have the key to anything. I already told you, if I had the key to everything, I would charge you to get there. And I would be worse than the Gentiles. I don't. Pray for our nation. Pray for the betterment of all people. Pray for the one that want and need to be saved. The one that don't want you, the one that really, just want to gain themselves into heaven because they think by them giving more money to certain group or supporting this to that, that's how they're gonna make it. That has nothing to do with this. Pray for the nation. You are a holy priest. You are a holy priestess to the Mighty One. You may not know it. This is it. You are it. We are it. The other folks in other nations, they can do anything. The Mighty One is only listening to a very small group of people, and you are this small group. Uncover your heart. Pray for the nation. We must rest, brethren. I hate to say this, but I would advise our people to not go and tell anyone to tell them, hey, stop what you're doing and then repent and come back to the Most High and stuff. This isn't your job. Your job is to study and become an example to others. Your job is to study and prove and experiment and make your life better. Once those people see you, they used to know this dude, this woman, this man used to be effed up. Now he's doing well. What is it? What is your secret? Well, my secret is my Father. Can you teach me? Well, be ready. Your life, you think your life is effed up now? Wait until you start serving the Most High truly with your heart. You'll see. Then you do this. Our job is not going out there and then try to leave our little safe island and then go in the middle of the storm that is in the ocean and try to save people that trying to drown themselves. People that literally have a giant boulder tied up to their feet and they throw the boulder in the water and then they want to go down. This is not our job. At least it's not mine. We say to the Mighty One, thank you. Thank you forever for things that you've done in the past, the present, and the one that you will be doing in the future. Thank you for not giving our brethren and sisters in reproach. We ask the nation to keep the beloved sister Margaret and her husband in prayer and her son. We have to tell the nation, brethren, okay? There is no such thing as you are crazy, I am crazy, my son is crazy. Okay, some of us, when we receive certain messages, brethren, okay, we do not have the ability to deliver it as eloquently as somebody else. Our message to others will sound crazy. There is a group of people online, the former slave, they gather themselves together. They call themselves the child of light. They call themselves the true Israelite. And they say they're going to be taken and trained, traveling in space. How absurd. Those people are crazy. Yes, they should be saying things like that. But to us, we know we're not. And we want to keep on praying. The one that's supposed to receive mercies on the part of 83, they shall have mercy. And the one that will be destroyed must be destroyed. And they're supposed to be destroyed. And they are going to be destroyed. They are being destroyed. And the Mighty One said unto the brother, I am coming to judge. I'm on my way. I am coming to judge. When you have two people enter a courtroom, they have a plea. A crime has been committed. There's witness there. There's two people. Both of them will be called before the courtroom. The grand judge will judge according to the evidence. He will not judge you for the amount of money that you can bring unto him. He will definitely not judge you because you are a lighter skin or this type of skin color. He will judge you based on your action, based on your work. If somebody come to your home, to your beautiful house, break in there, beat, rape, rob, kill your children, kill your wife in front of you. The police came in, everything was recorded on the camera. They don't know what happened. You were unconscious. They arrested the robber. They arrested you, so to speak. Both of your butt in front of the judge. When they play the videotape, it will be unfair for the judge to sentence you and the robber to death because you weren't able to defend yourself against this guy. It will be unfair for the so-called judge to even charge you for not having security or you wasn't vigilant enough. You should have known that guy was going to break in your, how did you know? One of them will be charged. One of them will be sentenced to death. This is the exact scenario that we are facing here. There's a group of people that did horrible and terrible things upon this earth. And those same group of people set up laws against our people. They set up their policies, their rules against us. They did all the horrible things. And at the end of the day, they expected some elite put them in some type of ship and then bring them to Mars. Apparently, the Mighty One did not create other planets out there. He only created Earth and then created them. And then they will be in heaven with Jesus because they go to church and pay the pastor and they against abortion or cowboyism. All of a sudden, you people are against those things. A couple of years ago, a couple of decades ago, you were all about pushing those things. Now it's hurting you. Look what happened over there in Colorado. All of you are mad right now. You will be judged. You will not escape. You cannot bribe the Holy One. You cannot pay your way out of this. You definitely cannot lie your way out of that. It's not going to set up in your court. It will set up in the holy court of the Mighty One. And this thing will happen. Mark our words. The little voodoo island will play a great part in this, a very important part. For the one that are going to be left behind, such as me, you're going to witness great things. And the one that been taken, just like you are watching the TV, you will be able to see everything behind this great wall of light. You will be able to see them. They won't be able to see you. You will see their destruction. We give the Mighty One great glory, great praise. Please keep the beloved sister Margaret, her husband, and her son in your prayer. The beloved sister over there in Canada that recently have the child, keep her in prayer. To the beloved brothers and sisters that are sick, brother Ronnie, keep the brother Ronnie and sister Belinda in your prayer. He had the recent accident with the seizure that he had causing by the truck that had the fume leaking into the cab. We ask that you keep the nation, the healers, walk and pray on the behalf of the nation. The nation is sick. We must heal and pray for the one that need prayers. The one that don't want to, there's nothing we can do for them. It is done. Stop, rest, and be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. Raise your vibration. Selah, so be it. May the will of the Most High God Almighty be done in this earth as it is in heaven. To the Holy Spirit, to the angels, thank you for always being on our side. Great glory, great praise. By the power of the Mighty One vested on me, and you can take it anytime you feel like, I leave all of you in peace. Be at peace, beloved. Go in peace, okay? Thank you, beloved. Thank you so much for being here. It is good to be here. It was good to be here. You may leave. Yes. You may leave. There is a lot of things going on in the news, and you heard about this thing that happened in Colorado. We will not touch on it too much because that's what's supposed to happen. Some dude named Anderson Lee Aldrich, 22 years old. He went to one of those cowboy clubs, and then he's just blasting everybody in there. He took 5 people out with him, and what else again that happened? The children, the 4 Idaho college students, so to speak, they are taken, and that fellow that took I think the Milwaukee thing, whatever, they three other black dudes, about another dudes, he took them out, And the snow over there in New York, man, record snow, record-breaking snow, man, record-breaking snow. A sister called. The sister was watching the news, and then the guy that was delivering the news, his name was Michael. And then they refer to him so much. They're like, Michael, what's going on over there? Michael, be safe over there. Michael, this, Michael, that. The sister called. She said, I see what's going on. I see what's going on over there. The mighty one is really getting on those people. Okay. This was not, it wasn't something that they saw coming, brothers. It wasn't. That's the thing with the weather now. They never seen it coming. Is when it comes, they're like, wow. Okay. All right. It's in upstate New York. None of this in the hood. You know, our people, yes, we are protected in the hood, but upstate New York, we know who mostly lived over there. All right. And today, in this place, I forgot. I mean, was it in Colorado again? One of those, Charleston? No, wait, no, that was in Raleigh, North Carolina. A young woman. Okay, she was one of those Christmas street dancers, performers. Is that what that is? Is that what that is? Was that what going on? Those people that go in the parade. One of those parade baton girl, dancing, baton twirling woman, and you know, and then she was like dancing in front of one of those things, and then the driver take a massive, dreadful swing. You know, shout out to our man Boris out there, you know, and run over that young woman and kill her. And when they asked the guy, what the hell happened? Like, I don't know, man. You know, hey, I've done this thing like ever since I was a little boy till I'm grown. I drink and I drive, and this thing is just, it run over, it killed a young woman. Okay, almost a year, a day to a year when that fellow over there in Wisconsin ran over and killed those people with his car. Okay, all right. A few days ago, you heard over there in California, a fellow got into his car and run over 25 cadets, 25 police officers. Did he kill any one of them? But he ran over them. And then now this person run over another one-way crash. Jay Leno got his ass burned with his car. Those people are catching hell. And they're acting like, well, those things, it's nothing. It's just whatever. Yeah. Raleigh, North Carolina can't catch a break. They had a MS. They had this thing. What the hell is going? Do we have some of our people in North Carolina, you know, going around and wake up their ancestors and doing things? Because North Carolina can't catch break at all. If we have our people over there doing this, you're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job. Any of our people in North Carolina, if you're doing this thing, you're really getting on those people, man. Yeah, like you people are really, yeah. So I don't know what the hell is going on over there. Why is it like every time you turn on the news, it's always Raleigh, you know, North Carolina, something happening over there. But anyway, beloved, we must discuss certain ideas, certain things that will be somewhat beneficial to our people. Okay. Now, what would be beneficial to our people in this time that we all are talking right now? You might see certain videos online related, quote unquote, to the sheeps, so to speak. They were traveling or circling this circle for over 12 days. And a lot of people, you see, the so-called Christian, they cannot explain this. They don't, well, not only they cannot, they don't want to touch that because, well, it's witchcraft, man. That, I don't know, some kind of witch in China put something in the middle to scare people anyway like that. But you are seeing like a bunch of people are starting to reading the sign now. Of course, you know, if we were the one that pulled this random video and did it, people will call us witch and all that. But now you're seeing a bunch of people are touching on this subject. They are reading certain sign. Okay. And one thing I start to see now, a lot of people that we don't know, people with, I have no idea who those people are, but they are not repeating after the Gentiles. Okay. They're not repeating after the so-called 83. Before we move forward, which one of you have seen the community post that we posted about this video, certain video. Thank you to brother Byrne. Was it brother Byrne that sent me this thing right here? Let me see. Okay. All right. Yeah, I saw that rabbi fellow. You know, we was this guy before. We was that guy before, that rabbi guy. We was this guy. Oh, wow! Some of the lost tribe were in Africa. Yeah, man. Whatever. Now you people are trying to stay what we've been saying. Which one of you saw this? Okay. Let me go ahead and play a little, and just to show the people what we are talking about here. Oops. Okay, let me try to play. Okay. Will not play the music, but there you go. Just a little. All right. Get yourself 4 onions, 8 ounces of onion. Okay, so all right. I don't know if you can read the title. Can you read the title? Could be blurry. Okay. Okay, now all of a sudden, this video was published 2 weeks ago. It was published November 5th, 2022, 2 weeks ago. Okay. This guy got over 3 million views on his stuff. And this is let me show to you the original video. Some of you, again, beloved, give me a second, damn it. Let me see if I can get the video, the original video. That's the original video.
As we are here this evening, my baby Marge and I here, we're just juicing those onions to do the prostate cleansing. Then it's sanctified. This is the second set is juicing right now. The third set rather is juicing right now. Man, I had 12 ounces straight. One shot. When that thing reached my stomach, man, it can feel like a whole different feeling just get over your whole body, just feels different, man. Different vibration just come up onto me, man. God, we prayed over it. We opened portals. All praise unto the Holy Most High, yeah. Yeah. This here now is for tomorrow and for Shabbat. Yep, look at it. Yes, all praises unto the Holy Most High, yeah. Our Father, our King.
These people do everything almost necessary. They're waking up demons, they're sending all types of negative energy.
All right, that was beloved Sister Marge and her husband. She was making it for her. She was making it for him. Okay. What is the point here? The point, beloved, those people are watching. The entire world are well aware who you are, and they are now literally taking things, whatever that you do, they are swagger jacking, taking it, put it out there. One of the reasons why I kind of like slow down in making those things online, but I always put them out there for people to make, because I realize there's so many profane, like people that are in the midst of us, okay, that speak against things. They literally have no idea what it is. They don't know what that is. It just look weird, and like, why would you drink? This is some witchcraft stuff going on here for onions and stuff. Now this guy what they are trying to do, brothers. They always try to add some twist in it, make it seems like they come up with it. Add something else and make it seems they come up with it. I have no problem with anyone that takes something that we said and then said it and give the mighty one glory, because that's where you get it. You didn't get it from us. And then we good. As long as you give the Most High glory and stuff, we good. But you act like, yo, I come on my own with this ish, and things like that and stuff. Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah. 90 days before we come up with it. Those channels, Bridget, they have like millions of subscribers. Of course, we do have millions, at least right now, 3 million. Last time somebody sent the glitch, it was 2.88 million subscribers. They show probably I have like 10,000 subscribers, but it's around like 3 million. We know those people are watching hardcore. They are studying. Guess what? Again, a sister sent me this video yesterday. My mind I was like, what the, oh man, that was like, yo. Let me see. The sister sent me this video.
And where she go, I'll never know. But bound to she like petty.
Sorry. I'm Wade.
I'm Ember.
Anybody saw this? Anybody know what this thing is about? The sister sent me this. It's a trailer released by Pixar 3 days ago. The movie called Elemental or the Elements. Now they show you all 4 elements. They show you the girl is made out of fire. The boy is made out of water. Of course, water kill fire. The guy, one of the dude that's sitting in there, he made out of earth. There is another guy that's sitting, he made out of air. Okay, all the elements, even gas, for instance, electricity, magnetism, movement, stability. Those are the 4 key elements. Those are the 4 key things that people can draw. Out of all the four elements, they have quote unquote sisters or brothers or cousins or derivative. The derivative of fire is electricity. The derivative of water is magnetism. The derivative of air is movement, and the earth stabilized. So earth element, the people that have the earth as element, the earth wielders, they are stabilized. The element is this element of stabilization. Water is magnetism. The people that are fire, electricity, and the people of air are movement. They move everywhere. They can go everywhere. They move all the time. Okay. And again, fire, I believe, is of another form of fire is electricity. Another form of water is air is sound. Earth is metal. All of them, they have like other things. Each element are all the four elements in one. And fire, you find water, earth, and water. You find in each of the element, there's everything in there, all the composition. They just separated. Okay, now they are making this movie called Elementals. They're showing you the elements interacted with each other. Okay, beautifully made. That's how we told our people. If we have the opportunity, if we have the quote unquote, the financial status, the place, the equipment to make film and movie, will blow the mind of this entire world will be hooked on our stuff. Okay, they are very sneaky. They will make those things, and then you can, when you're watching those movies and those certain things, you will realize that wow, they really, oh man, they really swagger jack this like real hard. Then again, because of the whole thing we've been saying, we'll say, hey, well, that's the 100 monkey experiment. We're just going to act like you people are not, peekaboo with your giant binocular and monocle and stuff like that. Yeah. That's what it is. Now you see the amount of impact that you are having on the world because of your testimonies, because of your studies, because of your obeisance unto the Most High God Almighty. Remember the Deuteronomy 28, the first few verse until 18, I believe. All those things will come up. We won't be the tail. Everything people are going to do, they're gonna have to come unto us and ask. Now, you can only see those things if you've been studying those things or if you've been working on them. Other people that never study anything, they were like, wow, the Gentiles are really coming up with new things now. Man, their kingdom will never fall. This is a new stuff, new hash that I've been seeing here. That's why certain things, there's one stuff that I saw. Then again, I'm keep saying myself, I don't know this person, and I'm pretty sure that person don't know me. Hell, but those thoughts is not something we even read in books. As a lot of new people, they keep asking, where did you read those things? We don't get them from books like this. They are things we see either in dreams, the spirit come and teach us, the masters taught us, we come up together, we put it together, it makes sense, it works. So for a fact, whatever that we are doing is extremely original. When you see a copy of it, they copy it from us. Because we don't really go around and ask them anymore. Now they are following you. And they made it very clear, though. Very proud, though. Very, very proud. That fellow, Mr. Stone himself, released a last video. Like, yo, man, like, you sit there like, come on, man. Just give it up, man. It's just there's no way for you people. Just give it up, dog. But anyway, that's what those people do. All of them watching, brothers, and they are very anxious. They are very afraid. Why? Because they don't know exactly what's going to happen. They know for a fact they will fall. They know for a fact that this thing is not going to be good for them, but they don't know how it's going to happen. That's like knowing you that's like knowing the police is after you. They're gonna arrest you. They're going to come and get you, but you don't know when, you don't know where they're gonna come from, and you know for a fact they know wherever you're going to hide, they know your hiding place and they're coming for you. So you're trying to do the best that you can do to portray yourself as a non-thief, a regular civilian, by imitating the righteous people. All the wicked stuff you've been doing out there, all of a sudden now you drop that thief hat. You still have the tools and everything. You're just dressing like us now, talking like us, behave like us. And then when the police officer came in and like see, oh, okay, all right, well, you look different now. It doesn't work like that. This is going to be spectacular. Just like the Mighty One allowed a lot of us to see the future, he allowed them to see it too. They just not, some of them cannot bring and come and say, brethren, I see certain things you guys need to see. You guys need to know. No. They saw it too. The most I let them see, this is what's going to happen to you. And they know there's no way out of it. Hiding in bunkers. What? You're hiding in bunkers from what? Oh, we're going to hide under the earth. What you people are waiting? I still see Elon Musk trying to with the whole Twitter thing. Jeff Bezos, you guys are still here. So you're waiting for the last shoe to drop and then go hide? Is that what that is? Is that how it worked now? Brethren, let's make an analysis, okay? Let's say, I don't know, what by the power of the Mighty One, you know for a fact, whatever state you're living, let's say you stay in one of the states, you know for a fact, 100%, no, there is no, it might happen, you know for a fact it will happen. This state is going to be destroyed. Like you've seen it, you know it, and you know who's going to do the destruction, but you are in some private meeting and stuff. You know this destruction will happen January 1st. Let's scale back a little bit more. This is going to sound weird, but you know this destruction going to happen September 11, 2023. You know it. You heard them playing it. You were at the table. They warned you. They said, do not go into this state on September 11th, 2023. You know that. You know it's a fact. You were part of making everything that's going to destroy this thing. You know you're not supposed to be there. You know what you did? Not only you did not leave this state in 2022, you waited until September 10, 2022 at 11:59 a.m. You waited until the Hesh hit the fan, then you tried to leave. You know how stupid that is? If I have knowledge of any place, 100%, I know that this place is going to be destroyed. I will leave this place a year before, even two. I would never pass over there. I would just stay before that whole year. If I know this in 2020, I know in 2023 they're going to destroy this place. In 2020, I'm out of here. I live another place very far. Never come back here. Never talking about this thing. That's the same thing for the so-called Gentiles. Well, you knew you're going to be destroyed. While still here, you guys are still there, so you're waiting. No, you can't go anywhere. Those people can't go anywhere. You can't go nowhere. Possibly that human being can go. They can't. They can't go to space. They can't hide under the earth. The bunkers are pretty much useless because guess what? You did not build those bunkers. For instance, you had to pay people to build the bunkers. You think your information are confidential? People know where your bunker's at. What is that? What you gonna do? Okay, let's say, the system crashed for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, the system crashed. Like that crypto garbage, like FTX. Crash for 2 weeks. The people, and then I have food for 2 weeks. And after that, I come out with a bunch of gold and silver, and people will force to serve under me, and then I will pay them. They will eat gold instead of food, instead of me. I mean, I'm not flesh and blood at all. You got a guy that I haven't eaten for like 2 years, and then guess what he want to do for you? He want to work for gold. This guy, he haven't eaten for like a whole 2 years, and then when he see you, all he's been eating is other people. He eat his entire family. When he see you fleshly come out of this the bunkers, well fattened, well maintained. You look like a plump big Levi. When you come out there, you meet this fair old dude looking at you, and then you're like, hey, here's some gold, work for me, and I'm going to rule over you. Get out of here, man. This dude will Vlad impale you and screw you into a barbecue pit and eat you. And it's just so dumb. I see those people sitting there act like, oh, how the Gentiles will crush this whole thing, and then they will go ahead and remade it better and stuff. Yeah. Which one of you here have a mansion? Beautiful mansion. You got all the money in the world. And then you decided, you know what? I can have a bigger mansion. I'm going to burn down my mansion. The insurance company going to just like that give me a bunch of money, and I'm going to go ahead and build a bigger one. Insurance company? There's one thing insurance company don't like to do is to give out money. They will fight you. They will give you some money, but after you get this money, man, you will sit down somewhere like, man, you're going to burn down that man? No, you won't. Like I said before, we've been telling those people, you want everything that happened here. It's not by your own design. You try to make it like by your own design. You sound like, well, we are doing those things. We are drying the sea, and we are drying up the waters. We are setting up all those $1 million dollar houses on fire. We are shooting those people in the street so we can make the population scared, so we can control them. As if you weren't controlling the population with your money before. As if you weren't controlling with your Hollywood before. Oh, Hollywood is about to control the earth. Yeah, well, they never did that before. It's just like now Bill Gates going to come in power. Get ready, because he's buying all the farmland. Jeff Bezos, Twitter just being purchased by the Antichrist. We are in trouble. Get out of here. Get out of here. You people are being destroyed, and you know very well that you've been taken out by the mighty one. Now, here's the kicker, Bridget. It's not like those people are aware. They are well aware. But the thing that killing them is you. Let me show you another thing.
The global population is projected to hit an all-time high on Tuesday, reaching the landmark figure of 8 billion people. That's according to the United Nations. The world's population has doubled in less than 50 years and is set to keep rising. Our medical editor, Fergus Walsh, has been examining what the figures mean for us all.
Our planet has never held so many people as the era of huge population growth continues. Back in 1800, there were around 1 billion people on Earth, and it took over a century for that to double. Then it really took off in the 20th century, reaching 3 billion in 1960 and putting on nearly 1 billion each decade after that. It reached 7 billion in 2011. We're now set to hit 8 billion people on the planet. So what about the future? The UN projects there'll be 9 billion people by around 2037 and 10 billion by 2058. global population could peak at around 10.4 billion in the 2080s and then plateau before declining in the next century. The United Nations says more than half the projected population increase to 2050 will be in just 8 countries. Half of them are in sub-Saharan Africa. Indeed, the total population of this entire
Go read the comments. Go read the comments. Go read the comment. The world population 8 billion. They know who's or more. They know who last. The whole thing about China and India, that's false. That's false. Have you ever seen they never said anything about the Caribbean and the people that are on the Western Hemisphere? They never give you anything about. They always say, "Oh well, it's in Africa." Go read the comment. People are pissed. Like it's those people's fault. It's the third world country fault. They believe having more children mean it's just like the 83 mindset is that he always see himself as the guy that always pay everybody bills. He's the one that go in Africa and pay those people and feed their children and then bring them to school. And then now they have adding too much people. Oh, and now my money, I'm giving you people money and stuff. They always act like they are the one who feed your family. Or you got 8 kids. Oh man, now I'm gonna have to take care of them through welfare. They just assume like you are all in welfare, or you are like stealing money from them hardworking people and stuff like that. You know what happened, Brethren? The Gentiles, they underestimate, well, not underestimate, they overestimated their smartness, so to speak. You know what they did? They pushed this garbage so much on our people. You see, you can only control a population of a people that cannot reproduce. You can only control or have population control upon a person or group of people that cannot reproduce properly. You are dealing with fertile people. One woman gives birth to 44 kids. You're dealing with well, you see now our women are become much more fertile. And their men are not fertile at all. Their women are not fertile at all. They can't have kids the way that our people are having kids all over the world. The more misery you put on the children of Yasharala, children of light, the more kids they're going to have. The more you push them, you beat them, the more you afflicted them, the more they multiply. You see, Gentiles see children as a curse. And it's a great shame. The other day, they pull out a report. It took $300,000 to raise one child. And a bunch of dudes, a bunch of so-called black men heard that. They went and get vasectomies. Because they don't want to spend $300 and whatever $1,000 on a child. So they went over there and chopped it up. But yeah, they see a bunch of white men are getting a vasectomy because, oh, children are trapped. I'm living for myself. You know how selfish and backward this mindset is. Some women get the tube tied because a kid now costs $300,000. I don't want to have a child. $300,000 to raise for over a period of like 18 years. No. I'll chop off my vasectomy so I won't have any kids, and I'm going to take a student loan for $100,000, get myself into a couple of credit card debt for $100,000, work for this corporation or whatever, get myself into divorces with a bunch of women that I can't tie them down with this kid and stuff. I get myself into probably $700,000 in debt by the time I retire. And then when you retire, you got nobody watching over you because you thought like having kids spend what? Every single freaking thing that our people are going to make, they base it on Gentiles' assumption. They are the one that sit there and tell you, oh, hey, 2020 something, they're not in the 70s. There'll be too much people in the population and stuff. We need to this and that and that. They push this garbage, they push it, thinking it will affect us, infected our people with all sort of disease. all sort of disease, man. Yet they multiply. And when they look at their stuff, what did that fellow, what did that Elon Musk say? The greatest fear, his greatest fear as an elite, his greatest fear and the other scumbags is population collapse, not population overpopulation. That's not the problem. If you own a business like Walmart, you want overpopulation. If you own Twitter, you want overpopulation. You want more people to sign off to your stuff. If you own Facebook or Metaverse or any business, you want overpopulation. You want more people to buy, more people to bring you stuff, more people to talking about. You want that. YouTube, you want overpopulation. Any brother or any sisters that are any business, you want overpopulation. You always want more customer. More. Come, give me more. Give me more. You want that. Because the more people that are on this planet, the more demand you will have for your product. What kind of scumbag want less people on the planet so he can have all the resources for himself? Have you ever watched I Am Legend? Anybody watch I Am Legend? With Will Smith or The Last Man on Earth? Shalom, shalom. For those of you that had watched I Am Legend, there's that scene where Will Smith got inside. He's the only man on earth, so to speak. The only man on earth. He literally have the whole earth for himself. He went to the army base. He was one of those fighter jets. He went to a bank. He had all the money. He literally made a bed out of money. But who do you have to share it with? You don't even have anyone. The only person that he had, well, the only thing that he had was the dog. For those of you who watch the movie, you see what happened to the dog. That's the mindset of 83 men. They want all the resources on the earth for themselves. Yeah. Overpopulation and stuff. No. You are afraid of overpopulation when it affected certain people that don't look like you. When you see a group of people that you do everything to erase them, they can't be erased. Therefore, you know what you did? You don't count them. You don't count them in your census. Well, you count them, you don't make it public. Oh, you still 13%. You go in Africa or wherever, you count the so-called African over there. Apparently, everybody that live over there are African. You count them and you say, oh, you guys are 13% over there too. You went in India. Oh, you guys are 13% in India. You're 13% in China. You're 13% in the Caribbean. We are more. And then you're getting pissed off. Read the comment. Go read the comment. They are pissed off about the whole, like, those poor people, having too much kids and the resources going to run out. What? Those people act like they feed the entire world. Without them, there will be no world. Everybody will die. They have to pay for your food. Those people act like, yo, every month I pay your rent for you. I go to work and then I give you money to go party and stuff. They act like it's just like they are the world. They are the provider. They provide for you, man. Be single. Live that single life. And then when you're about to die, they just swagger jack your stuff, and then you die. You ain't got no kids and nothing, nobody, no family, and then you just die. Nobody care about you. Nobody know you. You left no legacy at all. And then when you left all those money that you've been saving, who are you gonna left it to? The government. They're gonna give it to charity. The government have plenty of charity out there. They will refer you to one. So let me refer you to a charity, sir. It's just I can't believe how people just sit down there and believe the whole garbage. It took $300,000 to raise a child. Get out of here. What kind of scumbag just literally sit there and make and literally everything, every dollar I spend on a child, you write it down? You know how selfish that is, to count how much money it is to raise a child. Now you raising your child from the day he or she was born in a freaking lot-ton budget because you don't want to spend this. Daddy, I want to go to this thing and then taking this class or whatever. I want to buy this stuff. Now, if I buy this for you, it will pass that amount that I was trying to get out of here, man. Those people know you're going to inherit the blessing. They're trying to make you live a term that they employ, frugal. You have to live in a tiny house, no kids, okay? Don't have any friend. Just spend your life on Twitter, okay? Cook a little small. If you cannot close the food in your hand, it's too much. Don't cook it, okay? Don't drive a car because you're gonna spend money on that. Get a bicycle, and wear one pair of shoes and stuff like that. Did you guys did this when you were under the blessing? Gentiles have, like, when they were under blessing, they have winter house, they have summer house, they have resorts. There's a name for them. What's the name of the resort? Vacation home? No, there's a proper name for them. Man, how do they call those things when they're on some kind of time family? Boy. Well, I was working for those things. I was a security guard for those. Oh man, I love. Every vacation they leave those things for vacation. They rent it to people. Timeshare, yeah, timeshare, yo, yeah, timeshare. Oh man, I love timeshare. I just freaking love those vacation timeshare when I was working there. I just love it. I just love when those rich folks, they buy those things. They barely have time to go over there because they're always doing business. And then when they come over, Dad used to love walking over there, they rent anything. But anyway, so those people on timeshare, they own houses, they own boats, they own this, they own property, they are renting onto you. And then now when you're about to get your own blessing, say, man, let me get my blessing now. Let me do, and then they come up and tell you, hey man, I was in the same situation that you are going to be. I will advise you. Let me, since I know how money work, give me the money. Get a little 2x2, 2 feet closet apartment. As long as you can stand in there and kneel against the wall, fall asleep, you good. Let me hold this money for you and stuff like that. Live a tiny life and stuff like that. Oh hell no! The mighty one built this entire earth for me and my brethren. You're not going to come over there and tell me how to live my life. Just like when we told you, hey, whoa, you people wasting, you are destroying the land. You're like, oh, hey, don't be coming over there. Mind your own business, man. I'm doing me, you do you. And all of a sudden, when we're about to do ourselves, hey, man, can I get jumping in the whole thing you guys doing? Can I do you too, please? No, hell no, man. Back off, friend, though. Back off. With this blessing, they want you to stay. Don't travel. Don't travel. Traveling costs too much money. Money? Wait, what do you? We will have private jets. We'll have technology that are big. Those people still thinking their system will be our system. $300,000 to raise a child. Can you imagine if your mom did or your father did? They said ages ago and say, you know what? I just read in the news it will cost like I don't know, $50,000 to raise a child. Let me kill my son or kill my daughter. And now that you see there's an increase on people murdering their children. They are murdering their children. Because kids are too much money. Children become something that people hated them because when they look at them, oh, you ruined my life. Because if it wasn't for you, that $300,000 could have spent it in the club, baby. You ready, sweetie?
Excuse me for a minute.
All right. All right. So yeah, that's those people trying to tell you how to live your life. No, hey, don't be coming over there and telling me what to do. Oh, you going to inherit this kingdom? Oh, so well, you know, when you become king and queen, make sure you don't live like a king and queen. Live like a peasant, like the slave that you were always with. You can save a lot of money. Those people live to they live to save money they never saved. There's a report our beloved sister Lisa Cabrera put out there concerning more homeless, more seniors are becoming homeless. You are seeing more and more certain demographic are in the street right now. You're seeing much more young women are working the street at a certain time that hey, wait a minute, this time I usually reserve for certain other folks to work the street, but back in the 70s. You see them all over. They are online all over. The TikTok is loaded with those people. You should start seeing things now. You're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? People over there, this thing over there. What's going on? Because the blessing is done. No one will come and tell us not only what kind of food we should eat, what kind of book we should read, how we should pray, how we should live. Mind your own goddamn business. Leave us alone. We will live according to the law. We will live according to what the Most High gave us, not you giving us. You never give us anything. You took everything. Beloved, I will leave you with peace. I wasn't supposed to come live today, but I leave the message. You may want to rewatch this video, okay? Great glory, great praise, go to the Mighty One. Selah, so be it. Rest, stop, be at peace. Shalom.